Hey everyone, Christina here, Ginger Mama, coming at you with your Divine Masculine Libra Extended Tarotscope for the month of August. I hope you are doing well. August is rolling in like a hurricane, like a wrecking ball. The energy is just woo, woo. Can you feel it? And don't freak out, okay? This is going to continue through till at least the 11th, but there are things you can do to make this transit easier, okay? When I was channeling for you, Libras, masculine energy in particular, if you're unclear if you're masculine or feminine, please visit my website gingermama.com with the 3 A's at the end, and there are free blogs on wounded masculine and feminine energy. You can get a better idea, okay? The goal is to get to both, so you might also want to watch your Libra feminine Tarotscope as well, see how you're aligning, and your moon and rising. But right now it's like you're being called to take action, and you know this, like my ears are popping. Maybe you've had ear popping going on. That's weird. I've had a lot of that this week, but not today. So what action are you being called to take? Because the vision I had for you was like someone going down into like a man cave or like a basement or like a game room and like putting headphones on and just like the lights off, and like you're just like, I'm not doing anything. Nope, not gonna do it, not gonna do it, nope. And understand that when you refuse to communicate with others, or you ghost them, or you run from connection, it is because of fear you have, right? You have a fear of being perceived the wrong way in that encounter. And many of you want the happily ever after. You want a connection. You want a family. But you're so afraid if you speak the truth of what it is you want that you will be rejected, which is why you just would rather not speak. And that's a really sad state to be in, because you're never gonna get it. You're never gonna get it. Never gonna get it, never. I don't know what's that song. But I feel like you're just, what are you gonna do? Stay in your man cave the rest of your life? Woman cave, whatever it is, under your, covers, like hiding out? Like, what is this? Yeah, and by the way, Libras, justice reversed, imbalanced. You as Libras are all about balanced energy. So I'm confused. Do you think it's balanced to have feelings towards someone but then not express them? Do you think it's balanced to not communicate with someone because of your own fear? Like, I really want you to get focused on this. And also the astrology of, as we enter August, is pretty intense. We have Mars, Uranus, and the lunar north node are triple conjunct, right? This is all about destiny, where you're meant to end up, whether that's with someone in a certain relationship, a certain kind of mission work, especially if you're divine counterparts. Trust me, you have destiny here in this lifetime, okay? And you can't hide from it, because the longer you hide from it, the weaker you're gonna feel. Many of you might have experienced illness in July. I channeled a lot of that. And you might still be experiencing that if you have not begun to rebalance out your ways of thinking around love, around relationships, around spirituality and 3D concepts, right? Libra energy is all about that scale. Can we balance out the duality of our higher selves, the higher realms, and this earth plane, right? And our matrix world? Like, can we balance both the concept of being human while also being very spiritual and soul essence? We cannot just be one or the other. I struggle with that as well. I'm like, I love this whole, like, I want to meditate and be all kumbaya with nature, but then I'm like, no. If I only do that, I get in my head. I got to also work. I got to do the physical work of emails, of clients, of recording this content, of all of that. So many of you are going to really feel this push to rebalance yourself in the first week or two of August, especially, I believe it's now, the 2nd, the 3rd, we have the moon in Libra as well. So that's going to be an extra little kick there for you. And if you have Scorpio placement, the moon's going to be in Scorpio in a couple more days as well. And then we have the Aquarius full moon on the 11th. So if you have any Aquarius placement, Aquarius is a fixed energy. And so it's a lot of like that feeling of like, you Libras are mutable energy. No, you're cardinal energy. Excuse me. Sorry. I don't know why I said mutable. You're being asked to be a little bit more mutable, I guess. Like, you're so go, go, go in cardinal energy. I feel like you're being called to get very clear about what it is you want. Like, as I say this, right, like, I'm like, why is my intuition suddenly so fuzzy? I feel like that's like a lot of you. You're overthinking this so much with that logical air sign energy that suddenly it's like you're like clearly I know that Libras are cardinal energies, but here I am saying that they're mutable, right? And then I'm questioning that and circling back, and I'm like, do I stop the video? Do I just start over? Which I never do that with my content. So no, I'm not going to stop the video. I'm going to use this as an example in real time. When you get to that twisted place where you're like, wait a second, was that a fact? Was that this? And you're in your head about it. Take a breath, regroup, and go forward. Keep going forward. Do not fall back, okay? Because so many of you are like, you're hiding out. It's like you start to take a little bit of a step and then you run backwards. Do not do that, okay? But yeah, understand when you ghost to people, that's because you have these people-pleasing tendencies. You don't want to make anyone mad. Many of you, by the way, might be experiencing anger yourselves right now because you're realizing that like you actually do care about the world. You do care about feminine energy. You do care about your counterpart or whatever it is. You care about relationships with family, with friends. And so you're now angry because you're like, wait a second, I was just hanging out and now I don't want to do that anymore, but how do I fix this? How do I fix this? Channel that anger, you guys. Anger is healthy when channeled in an appropriate way, all right? And I know we've all channeled it inappropriately at times. I mean, I'm a freaking Aries sun. Trust me, I have had a sharp tongue at times. But, you know, especially masculine energy, it's like you gotta, you can't just go out and like punch a wall or, you know, hurt anyone, right? But what you can do is sit with yourself and say, okay, how do I want to channel this? Physical activity is great. Running, boxing, canoeing, climbing, finding ways to move that energy. Biking, like punching a pillow, like whatever you can do to say, I'm releasing this way. Swimming. There's a lot of things you can do, and that's also going to help unlock this crown chakra, which you might already be experiencing some headaches, some tingling in your crown. Do not push that away, okay? Do not be insecure about this. It is good. There's nothing you need to logically know about it, okay? It's simply a thing you start to understand with source. And trust me, even me, I've been going through these swings where it's like I'll go days and I'm like, I feel like I'm so in tune with my crown. And then suddenly I'm like, wait, where did it go? Did I do something wrong? Did I this? Did I that? I'm a Gemini rising. Trust me, I am capable of overthinking. I have air sign energy there. So I get it. But yeah, many of you too, get off the internet. Stop watching everybody else. Stop being wishy-washy. Like, get to a place where you're like, this is what I want to do. This is who I want to be. I'm going for it. I don't care about the consequences. I don't care. I'm not going to ghost. I'm not going to hide from my feelings. I'm going to speak my truth because that's better than me hiding out in this cave and being sad or depressed or like unhappy, right? The moon reversed. As we approach that full moon in Aquarius on the 11th, you are being called to tell your secrets, to tell your truth, not just to yourself, but possibly to friends, to family, to your counterpart, to say the truth. Hey, this is why I run, this is why I ghost, this is why I behave this way. I do not want to do this going forward. I'm tired of this, right? I want to change something. And ask yourself, how could you change that? What does commitment look like? What does balance look like in a romantic connection? What does it look like in your work? What does it look like in the world around you? Yeah, because look at this. If you guys cannot do the work, massive tower moments. I'm telling you, if you are not communicating with your counterpart by the 8th, especially Lionsgate portal, if you're not doing it before the 11th, especially, like your tower moments are only going to continue throughout the rest of the month. If you think you can continue to run from your destiny, the universe is going to show you over and over and over again. And the question becomes, how many more signs and synchronicities do you need? How many readings do you need for you to be like, no, they're right, shoot, I need to do something here? Yeah, and the issue, you know you have a twin, you don't want to commit. What is that fear of commitment? You know, it's funny, I got tattoos the other day, and I knew, I was like, I want these. I've thought about these for a long time. This is what I want. They're gonna look so much better once this sticker's up. Yeah, but see, like I did it, and I was really happy I did it. But then there is that thought, you know, where I'm like, later I'm like, okay, so these never come off. I mean, like, in theory, you could totally, right? Like, it'd be a process. But it's the same way, I think, when people commit to relationships. They freak out a little bit. But then I'm thinking, but if I didn't do it, I would have been sitting here thinking about how I wanted to do it the whole time. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you really got to get real with yourself. Technically, you're committing to living in the moment with someone. You're committing to showing up in the moment with them until such a point where you can't. And we can never believe that a relationship will always last forever and ever and ever, right? That's part of the problem with the matrix. But we can say, I commit to showing up to you daily. And I commit to, if this is not working, telling you that. I commit to telling you that, peacefully, respectfully, openly, honestly, and not just running from you or ghosting you or cheating on you, right? So I want you to really reframe this idea of what does commitment look like to you? Because trust me, I would have been upset had I not gotten them, right? And I'm not upset that I have them. I'm happy I did it. But does that mean every single day I'm going to be like, oh, I wonder what it'd look like if I didn't have that there? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's, try to come up with a good analogy here. But like, you're never going to, there's nothing in life where you're always going to be totally fear-free and like, there's nothing, you know, one of my tattoos says faith over fear. And I love that. That's like my favorite one. And again, it's that knowingness that there's always going to be fear in life. There's always going to be the fear of what if this or what if that. But you have to trust that you've evolved so much and you're in alignment with Source that you will not get hurt. That Source would not guide you into that type of relationship. Because again, Emperors, look at this. I feel like part of your control issues, Emperor reversed, is in the past you've tried to have new beginnings and they've been a burden. They've been a burden. You have not had that happily ever after that you really wanted. You really wanted love. You really wanted this genuine commitment. You really wanted that passion and like that fire and like you wanted this. And you're like, oh, but I don't think I can believe one more time. And okay, 11:11 on my timer as I say that. but if you don't try, then where does that leave you? In your cave, hidden, alone. And at what point are you going to want to try? When you're 60, when you're 70, when you're 80? You know, what was that Dermot Kennedy song I was talking about in a post earlier? It's like, in death and love, we don't decide. You don't. At the end of the day, you speak your truth. And if someone doesn't want to be with you, they don't want to travel towards you, then you have to move on. And that's what these feminines have done. But it's really sad to me that if you had people in your life that love you that much, and you're actually in this cave thinking about that like you wouldn't do that. It's like, move on, stop thinking about them then. I don't know. It feels like you totally know exactly what you need to do, but you're not doing it. Queen of Cups upright, and that's on you. Like, grow old with yourself in your man cave, woman cave, in your bed crying. Like, I don't know what to tell you. And like, as this thing looks all imbalanced, it's like, you guys, balance it out. You're in your feminine emotions. You know it. It's okay, but wounded feminine energy is always like, I want someone to come save me. Like, I'm just going to find another soulmate. That person will probably work. And then what do? You repeat the same damn cycles over and over again. Feminine energy is afraid to step up and rise and be like, no, I'm the shit. They look at everybody else, and what are they? I cannot make this up. Envious. Queen of Pentacles reversed. Many of you are envious of your feminines, or you're envious of other people in their feminine energy. You're like, they're doing what they want, and this and that. You do not know the gravity of their entire story. Can I remind you of that? Divine Masculine. I think some of you have no concept of what they're actually going through, and it really pisses me off because I talk to them daily, and you guys think you know them because you watch them on a screen. You have no idea what they've really been through. None. What you see on here is like 1%. 1%, I guarantee you, of the true gravity of what they've experienced in separation. Because I think many of you think it's all you. Well, no, I've had all this and I've had all that. Well, okay. That's not balanced either. To get competitive, the universe literally partnered you together. You'd experience the exact same things. You're twins, you're the same soul, same frequency. Any amount of pain you've experienced at this moment is exactly the same that they have. Or that you're about to experience. They've experienced already, right? This is like mirrored energy. So you're going to continue to feel drained. Your wishes will not be fulfilled. Things are going to get harder and harder and harder for you in August if you cannot move forward. After that full moon, if you can release around the 11th, these fears, insecurities, fears of commitment, we move into the end of the month, which for me, for some reason, doesn't feel as significant for you, Libras. But on the 22nd, we start Virgo season. The 24th, Uranus is retrograde in Taurus, asking you to get clear about your mission work, clear about your soul purpose. But for me, it almost feels like this is not as imperative as early September will be for you. A lot of the other signs it has been, but for you, I feel like the focus more is on you figuring out how to get over your envy, how to get over some of this egotistical appearance of things, right? Like, how does this relationship appear? How do I appear? How do friends and family view me? It's like, stop caring how anyone else views you and exist as you authentically. That is the secret to everything. That is the secret to life. But if you can't do that, you're always going to be trying to balance out the scales to please and appear right for everyone else, and you'll never be happy. You'll be hidden in this inside like cave, like I picture like Aladdin's, like this secret. You have this beautiful cave of wonders, but like you don't release it because you're worried about what everyone else thinks. Yeah, love. Love is what you should be focused on right now. If you have a Libra placement in your masculine energy, that is solely what you should be focused on, is healing your avoidant attachment style and being honest and authentic in your communication with your person, with yourself, with those around you. So I love you, Libra placements. Hang in there. We'll talk back in September because I think that's going to be a lot more focus on mission work and finances. But begin to heal these avoidant attachment styles, and you're going to begin to see some real change. You're going to be feeling much better, okay? I love you. Subscribe if you feel called. Also, please watch your sun, moon, and rising, or also your moon and rising, possibly your Venus if you want to. I find that to be helpful. And I will see you back next month.